Friends, welcome to 12th video of the course ET581B, that is Inventory and Stores Management for Construction Industry. I am your course coordinator, Professor Ashish Agrawal from School of Engineering and Technology, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. We have already gone through 2 units. We have also touched some portion of unit 3. Now we are giving more details of the unit 3. So the today topic of video session is role of procurement in the construction industry. It is well known fact that construction industry plays a key role in the development of any country because it provides one of the 3 basic needs of the life, that is the house to the society. Construction may be small, involving a single contractor, or big, engaging a giant construction organization. The scope of work may be limited to the construction of a small house, or it may be as big as raising a township. As a out of total building cost, 65 to 70% is the material cost. So one must aware of the importance of material procurement process or material procurement management in construction industry. In earlier 2 units, we have discussed about inventory, its control, different types of model, just like economic order quantity model, economic production quantity model, and the various aspects of procurement process. You might have studied various building materials at your diploma level, or you have also come to know various concepts of procurement in your organization. Your experience in the area of material procurement and our attempt to provide information about material procurement will definitely help you to improve your skill in this particular area. After this session, you will be aware of the objectives of procurement department, functions of procurement department in maintaining the inventory, procedural details in the purchase department. You will also learn what is the responsibilities of procurement manager, various formats of documents used for the material requirement or material procurement. What do you mean by requisition? What is meant by purchase order? These are the small terms, but if you understand it, it will be beneficial for your knowledge. Now, what is the role of procurement department in the inventory management? In any construction industry, materials makes a very important contribution towards the industry profit. To provide the materials of right quantity and quality at right time, our construction industries have to get the material first, because once they get, then only they can start working on the building house or building malls or building a big campus. In most of the cases, procurement of material is done through purchasing. You will appreciate that procurement of materials include purchase of material, market survey for new material, development of new resources of material, vendor development, follow up to ensure timely delivery. We are using the term procurement and the procurement procedure. Purchase department and the purchase procedure may also be used for the purpose of procurement. Now, if you see the objectives of procurement department, first, we want continuity of supply of material. We want to maintain the quality of standard of materials. We want to develop a good reliable suppliers. We want to provide information on materials development to the management. We want to keep the inventory under control. And we want to monitor the proper utilization at the site. That is the most important. Now, what are the functions of procurement department to achieve the above objective? First, studying the material schedule submitted by the engineering department. Then preparing the budget for the material requirement as per the material schedule. Suppose there are 3 items or 4 items, we have to prepare the budget according to the requirement. Then we have to take the approval from the top management. We are informing to the top management, and then we are submitting the requirement of funds to the finance department. Only managing the inventory does not mean managing the material. It also involves all these activities. Then placing the order of various material and making the available at various sites according to their schedule chart. You will appreciate at construction site, you don't have 1 or 2. There are thousands of materials, and which are required in different quantities, which are required at different time. So, the procurement department, the function of procurement department is to make the availability at various sites according to their schedule. Making market survey, because new materials are coming, new brands are coming. Because of the research and the technology, we have to arrange a new supply, make selection and follow up best quality material supply with the continuity. Continuity is the key word. There should not be any disturbance or any discontinuity. Developing a good and reliable supplier. This is another important function of a procurement department or procurement manager, that department should have the reliable source of good suppliers. Updating the market rate and information on the new product, because the rates are changing. The procurement department should be aware of updating the different types of market rates. This is a basic structure of a procurement department. Structure department may change from one organization to another. This is a journal. This I have taken from book, and this I have made for better understanding. There is a one procurement department, then supported by or assisted by assistant manager, then one purchase officer, store officer, then you have a purchase assistant or store assistant. Please remember, this is not a constant thing. This may vary from organization to organization. Now, let us come to the procedural details followed by procurement department in managing inventory for the construction industry. For any construction project, the first and the most important thing, you have to identify the requirement of materials to be utilized in the project. You also have to finalize the specialization or the specification of all identified materials. Suppose, for example, cement, there should be some specification. Definitely, brand should be one there. Quantity. Then, what should be the other? Whether water should be used after the cementing or not. There are few more procedural details as an experienced engineer, you should be familiar with the procurement procedure. Nonetheless, to give a general picture, various procedures are listed, or I am giving you various procedures. Just like the first one is accepting the requisition from engineering department. Now, what should be there in the requisition form or requisition, that we will discuss later, but various departments will give you requisition to the procurement department. I have taken one example, engineering department, because all the different demands are coming to the engineering department, and by compiling they are generating the requisition to give to the procurement. Second procedure is to issue the purchase order. Purchase order is issued on the basis of requisition. Then follow up the pending requisition. Only issuing the purchase order is not only the solution. If some earlier requisition has come, then it is the duty of the procurement department to make a follow. Make a site visit. What is going on there? Then submission of report that about the material, about the inventory, all the reports should be submitted by, and whether a supplier is delaying something or the quality is poor, all the things should come under the report. Now we will come to the requisition. Engineering department or engineering personnel at site prepare the requisition of material required by them to carry out the construction project. You must appreciate that the material cannot be purchased on day-to-day requirement basis. We have to collect it either for 15 days or 20 days or 1 month basis. We have to purchase it. Quantity of material to be ordered for purchase should be determined on a monthly basis, 6 monthly basis, or yearly basis. Even for meeting day-to-day material requirement, quantity can be determined for a week or for 2 weeks. You should understand this thing, and you should appreciate that daily fulfillment of requirement is not possible unless until there is some emergency situation. Requisition for which item should be submitted to the procure department by the engineering department or engineering personnel. The requisition will help the procurement department to plan accordingly so that the materials are supplied as per delivery date mentioned in the requisition. Very important, proper coordination and understanding between the engineering department and the procurement department is to be maintained for proper and timely delivery of the material. For that, there should be clarity in the requisition. There should not be any vague sentence. It is often observed the person in engineering department do not clarify the specification of the required material, and the procurement department person will reject the requisition and it will delay the procurement process. Or another beauty of this thing, that rejected requisition will remain live. The engineering department will understand that I have given the requisition, now I will receive the material. Procurement department will understand that it is the duty of procurement engineering department to collect the rejected requisition. So the whole thing will result in the delay in the completion of the project. This is basically one of the example of the requisition slip or indent slip. It may vary from person to person, organization to organization. XYZ construction company, name of the construction company, number, site, date, description of material, new quantity or number quantity, unit delivery, name of supplier, order, quantity received, stock register, remark for building. Then site engineer will sign, product engineer will sign, procurement engineer, approximation cost of the material. This is one of the example of requisition slip which is given in your booklet. But if you visit any construction site, you will find variation. You must remember one thing, that the format given in this unit are just to provide you an idea about the contents of format. This format should not be taken as a general model. After requisition, because requisition has been given by engineering department to the procurement department, now on the basis of requisition, procurement department will prepare a purchase order. Again, purchase order is also a printed document which is given in triplicate, and normally it is in different color. One copy of purchase order is kept in the procurement department for record purpose, one is sent to the supplier, and one is sent to the account department for clearing the bill. So, very important thing, that the person who is initiating the requisition does not know about his or stage of his requisition. This is example of purchase order. Name of the supplier, purchase order number. Dear sir, we are pleased to place an order for the following materials subjected to terms and condition. Sale tax, extra or inclusive, octroi, transportation, freight, guarantee, warranty, payment norms, requisition number, then signed by the purchase manager. Another thing which I want to, it is also a template of the purchase order. These are the items or the conditions which is written in the back side of the purchase order. Purchase order conditions are, I am discussing it. First is, please mention our purchase order number in all your delivery challan and bill, so that timely payment can be ensured. Payment will be made by the cross-checked only. Third condition is, without purchase order, no material should be supplied at any site. If the supplier has the purchase order, has been given by the procurement department, then only they should supply. Delivery of the material supplied should be strictly as per the delivery schedule. Delivery at the site is accepted between 9:30 am to 5:30, all working days except Sunday. Actual quantity received or accepted exclusive of breakage. Suppose there is some breakage, it will not be taken into account. Delivery challan, bill, purchase order, name of the company, purchase order number, quantity, make, all should be mentioned. When the purchase order is issued, delivery of material should be in full set only. It is not partial. Uploading of material should be done 30 meter or your site. If the material supplied is of inferior quality, the procurement department or the company has got every right to reject it. Validity of purchase order. It is mentioned that this order is valid only for 30 days. Then we also write, in case of any conflict, what is the jurisdiction city. Now, if we refer to the specimen copy of purchase order, you will find that all the information like specification, unit, rate, insurance, all types of taxes, excise, delivery date, credit date, mode of measurement and mode of payment has been provided and has to be provided. Printed terms and condition always should be mentioned and it should be very clear. Timely delivery of the material may be ensured. It is the duty of the procurement department to ensure the delivery of material at right time, at right place, at right quantity and at right quality. All these four are very important. Right time, right place, right quantity and the right quality. Normally you will find a inventory list is also prepared. That means procurement department will prepare the list of inventory and the list will indicate what is the current position of the material, what is the reorder level, what is the minimum level. This list is nowadays prepared with the help of a software, with the help of the computer. The list given to the procurement department indicates the quantity of material after deducting the reorder level quantity. And normally or the weekly, it is sent by the engineering department to the procurement department so that they should know the exact position of the material. It is the responsibility of purchase department to manage the list properly and to make the order for the requisition and to issue the purchase order as per the list. Another important third is your receipt of material at site. When you receive the order at site, the store assistant or store supervisor will inspect in the quantity, quality and specification of the material. He will make or she will make acceptance or rejection based on the checking, and there are forms are available. On the basis of forms, there are certain points are there. Assistant, so store assistant, store supervisor has to ensure. Then on the basis of that, they have to either accept or reject. In case the material is accepted, the materials are unloaded in the store or at the required place with the inspection report. Now these are some of the checkpoint. Is the material is as per the specification? Yes or no? Report accepted or rejected. Second point, is this the correct color required? Are all the dimensions are as per requirement? Is there any damage? Is the order is complete? Is any absorptive material is there? Whether it is wet? Whether the quality of material is okay or not? Now we have to either accept or reject. Then store assistant, supervisor, store supervisor or engineer manager has to sign on that. This report will go for the rejection lot as well as for the accepted lot. Now this check may be modified as per the requirement of the material. Many more points may be added to complete the list. Now what is meant by the pending requisition? While our discussion, I told that there are cases when we have some requisition from the engineering department, unless and until it is fulfilled with the help of the purchase order, it remains as a pending requisition. So, time to time, it is the responsibility of procurement officer to prepare the pending requisition giving full details of materials required. He or she has to analyze the current position of the material. Suppose there is a pending requisition, the purchase order has already been submitted to the supplier. Whether the material has come or not, they have to make the follow-up. If one supplier after certain period is not able to supply, it is the duty of the purchase or procurement officer to change the supplier so that the delivery should be done within the stipulated period of time. Before giving purchase order to a new supplier, the procurement officer has to inform about this change to his higher-ups. There is another function or the activities for the procurement manager is to visit the site. He has to observe what is unutilized or excess material. There are chances of dispute regarding the quality of material or the quantity of manager. So in such cases, procurement manager should visit the site along with the supplier to resolve the material. After site visit, another important state or the activity is report writing. Procurement department has to prepare a detailed report of material order, material purchased, material replaced, material rejected, or any problem with the supplier, unutilized material or problem encountered at the site. So, the procurement department or the procurement officer is heavily loaded. This department should study also the price variation in the market, so that if the price is going higher side and if the material is required, it should be procured urgently. Report may be prepared by analyzing the price variation also. There should be interaction between the site engineer and the procurement department. This will help in proper planning of the purchasing material, planning of seasonal purchase, controlling of inventory at site, inventory, avoiding panic purchase. If there is a proper coordination between purchase department or procurement department and the engineering department, it will avoid the conflict. It will increase the sources and the supplies. It will help in computerization of the work department. So in today's session, we have gone through objectives of procurement department, functions of procurement department in maintaining the inventory, procedural details in the purchase department. What are the responsibilities of procurement manager? Various format, just like we have seen requisition, we have seen purchase order, acceptance or your rejection document. Then we have also studied about the requisition and the purchase order. Thank you.